And as Jeff said, them brothers, Mano, have been locked up like they in a maximum security prison for 2 years. Mano, come on, make yourself come on up this way. Public Defender. For 2 years. And I've been asking the Sheriff's Department, okay, there's things we can do to give these brothers program while we're fighting COVID. Because one, they're citizens too. They're citizens too. They locked up, but they still are citizens. You can go to restaurants. You can go to the movies. We can gather here, right? Social distancing. Why can't them brothers do it? And so Mano is here to talk about what he's going to do to help discovering your true self get back up and in jail. What he's going to do to work with Sheriff Miyamoto to find some solutions to have them brothers programming. Because when they program, we have what we call milestones. So for every 6 hours of milestones, you get 1 day off your sentence. So for 2 years, them brothers have been denied their milestones. And that is not cool. That's not cool. So Mano, step on up and tell us what you're gonna do, brother.
First of all, they should have been locked up in the first place. And Joseph got locked up when he came to rule. And the scriptures are sealed and say you get locked up, but you come out and you rule the nation. When Joseph, the ruler, Pharaoh, he didn't even move without permission from Joseph. You understand when you say locked up.
First, I want to say it's an honor and privilege to be invited here today, a few days before Dr. King's birthday, to speak. And I want to, in particular, appreciate Phelicia, because I know the number of people that we represent who have been through her program, represented people who have been looking at a potential life sentence, who are now, through a lot of litigation, a lot of work, are now out, have gone through clean slate and doing beautifully well. And I know that that work that happened on the outside and that journey that happened on the outside started on the inside because of programs like Know Your True Self. And Discovering Your True Self.
There's only one program like that inside.
Discovering Your True Self. Dr. King said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, right? And what we in the Public Defender's Office try to do is to avoid people being locked up to begin with. We have a pretrial release program where we're getting in there early and doing everything within our power to make sure that families know what's happening with their loved ones, to make sure that the judge, when they're making that decision, has the full information so that hopefully people can get out early.
How do you determine people get those programs though? What makes those people eligible for those programs?
Exactly.
The reality is that if you're not concerned about black liberation, you should not be a public defender. The people in our office need to be fighting every single day and bringing that to the attention of the courts and bringing that to the attention of juries. In addition to our pretrial release program, we encourage everyone to be filing those motions for release so that people can be out, because our community is everyone in our community. People who are incarcerated, people who are incarcerated, they're all members of our community and all people that we need to be fighting for. The courts, unfortunately, have not been providing our people that we represent with the rights to trials, and there's a lot of people locked up for weeks and months past their last day. So we're personally sued the court to make sure that they open up trial courtrooms, and we're demanding that they open up trial courtrooms because we know unless you have that right to a trial, we can't get justice. And that's another piece that we're working on now. We have a young defender program to get, because we know a lot of people who are interested in criminal justice are not interested in law enforcement, but they're interested in liberation. So we're having a paid internship for high school students to get exposed to the work we do, to eventually join us in this fight for our communities. This moment is still the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor moment.
Our juvenile jail population is 73% black, which is absurd in a city that's only 5% black. So that's something we have to continue to fight for. And we have Ms. Harrison back here, who is one of the foremost experts and organizers in the area of environmental justice. And we know that we need to put a lot more resources into areas like that, as opposed to thinking that we can resolve these issues at the juvenile center or at 850 Bryant. Another program that we're doing, and we have people like Carolyn and Shaku Wilson from my office who are here today, is our Be the Jury project.
We know that if we can't get diverse juries in this city, we can't get justice. So we now passed a bill to say that if there's an economic hardship for you, you will be paid $100 a day to be on a jury. It's a pilot program, the first in the country. So we're trying to push on all fronts. We're trying to push pre-trial, we're trying to push for trial, we're trying to push for fair trials, and we're trying to push for racial justice. We have a racial justice committee in our office, we have a black affinity group in our office, and it's something that we're very committed to, and we're going to keep on pushing for in conjunction and in collaboration with community. And the best thing we're fighting to do is to not have people in the jail to begin with, but when they're there, we need the programming, as Phelicia has been talking about, so that when people are there, they can have the programming that they need. So I want to thank you all for your time here today. Happy birthday to Dr. King. And public defender work is black liberation work, and we're going to keep on pushing on that front. Thank you all.